We're doing it. Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. Saints brand time. You already know the morning motivation. Blessed to be alive. So are you. It's still fairly early in the morning. I got up early. Well, actually, I was woken up early. And now I'm ready for the day. It's one of those, isn't it? Get your mind right and get your life right into the day. It's like, why go back to bed? You know, why? I don't know. If you're up, why not stay up? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the tough part of addiction is you'll get private jets flying over you. No, you'll get such a weird like sensation to have joy, but fake joy, fake love, or fake energy. It feels like love, right? You know, it's like a stripper on your lap. You're actually touching a girl, but she's letting you touch you. Her, letting her touch yourself. And then it's a lie because you know she's only there as long as you got dollar bills in your pocket. Like I said, I watch a lot of gold digger videos, and it's immediately, what can you do for me? Pay my bills, take care of me. You know, I'm looking for someone to rescue me desperately. And that person, I don't care what they look like, as long as there's enough money, I'm gonna be happy. And that's this morning's motivation to talk about the magic in your mind. Keep on, keep on reaching higher. And that's the song, you know, you got to keep on reaching. You know, you got to reach inside yourself and say, hey, you know, I want to have better in my life. You know, and for me to get better or to feel better results, guess what it's going to take? Me to change. It's going to take me to have an attitude of gratitude for the things that I have already, right? It's going to have to take me a strong mindset for me to get over the things that are controlling me, right? You know, and there's so many things out there that's going to take control of us. Is the device, the fucking phone. You know, it's going to be like, you know, sure, you're having a great moment, but let me interrupt it with a video or a photo. Let me interrupt it with, and this is tough because in addiction, you know, you're rolling in the deep. You know, you're feeling it. You know, you can't be stopped. You're feeling yourself. You know, you're feeling good, and all of a sudden, it's like, who wants to put a damper on that? You know, what kind of asshole does that? Where they, you know, you would be like, man, you're a downer, right? If somebody were to say, you know, hey, I need you to interrupt this moment of joy with some reality or some, you know, some shit like that. Like, that's what we end up doing. We end up going into our heads and trying to celebrate falsely, if you will, trying to celebrate. And nobody wants a Debbie Downer. Nobody wants somebody to be like, yo, dude, you know, you've been drinking 4 days in a row. No, you're going to be high on the hog. That's a good example. That's a great uh, analogy and idiom, because there's a real idiom called high on the hog. Try explaining that to some Chinese kids. Anyway, but when you're high on the hog and you think that your shit don't stink, it's always like this too shall pass. Like your boy, I was watching the Actor Studio or whatever it's called, and your boy Tom Hanks was on some, yeah, moment you'll think that everything you're saying spits diamonds, but sure as hell, soon enough, you come down off your pedestal. Talking with the bestie, she was on the thing last night and she'd quit drinking. And she was like, I was just supporting these dudes. She gets lonely, she starts fucking these dudes and start drinking. She feels companionship. These dudes are cheating on her the whole time, like, and she's the one buying the booze and buying the what you call it, the toilet paper, and like, what the fuck, you know, like, whose house are you in where you got to buy the toilet paper? like there's so much people on alcoholism, or you know, you kind of join and match that energy instead of creating your own. And that's a very difficult thing to get over instead of this patterns that we create in our lives. We'll create a pattern. We'll be like, what makes me feel really good? An ice cream after work. Well, you're like, if every ice cream I get is 1,000 calories, and I get a Sonic Blast from Sonic, chocolate chip cookie, every time medium, I think the medium's 1,000 calories. I was eating that every day, and sure, it made me shit my pants out, but that was my routine. So we obey our routine. We're like, oh, I'm not worthy, blah, 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 so not worthy, blah, blah, blah. And we kind of bash ourselves, right? We get into our minds and we start going, bad Mark. I don't do this, by the way, but trying to come up with an example and not point someone else out. But bad Mark, you said you weren't supposed to eat ice cream after la 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 o'clock. Or you were supposed to give up ice cream, or you're supposed to give up sugar. You were supposed to, usually early in the morning. So that's one of the interesting things of our lives is we get very, it's almost the circadian rhythm of it, Like we wake up in the morning and we want things to be nice, like these flowers, Just nice. There's probably a bee in here too. Yep. Bees. Yeah, look at them. There's the rhythm. So you get busy in the morning, just like the bees, busy as a bee. You get the energy from the sun. It makes your heart rate raise up. The temperature warms us up and wakes us up, actually. So it's almost like, I don't know if you guys sleep with a fan, but being cold makes me want to sleep. And then when it starts to warm up, everybody's bodies start warming up. It's not like there's a tooth fairy whispering in everybody's ear, it's time to wake up. No, all humans and all creatures wake up when the sun wakes up. Isn't that amazing? And when the sun goes down, we lose our energy. Same shit. It's like being high on the hog. You get on that hog and you're like, hell yeah, my shit don't stink. Soon enough, there'll come the time for your shit to stink again, dude. Soon enough, you'll be the dude that smells like shit. Soon enough, this too shall pass. And it works for the negative shit because you're like, fuck yeah, man, make it end. But it also means the good stuff too. It's like, this will end. I'm at 2 days away. Today's Sunday. Tomorrow's going to be Monday. And I leave Tuesday. So all of today, well, I'm not even count it. Tomorrow, and I can't even count I'm like 1.5 days away from leaving the country and being on my adventure for a year. I don't even know how to wrap my head around it. Start to get a little bit of fear. What do I want to do with my car? How am I going to afford it with no money? Those kind of things. Definitely, I'm not slow, but I've also operated on no money before, and made it work. Just putting myself out there to make myself do something different. I already spent $1,000 on getting my own car back. I felt like that's $1,000 I could have used towards traveling, or, how much the attorney wanted, or how much the fees were, it's just all these monies. And I'm like, I could be eating tapas in Darlington, UK, going to Edinburgh by train, hanging out with people that actually love me, and that's what hit me. I was sitting there just like this morning. I got woke up, so I didn't think about my ex, but every morning, me and my ex, the love we had and the child we were going to make haunts me. It was the best feeling I've ever had in my life, and it's gone now. There is no more, I'm going to be a father. There is no more, I found my person. There is no more, I'm in love and someone to tell I love, or to feel like they're my home. Touch my heart again. This woman was my home, and then the Google Photos, they always like to help and say memories together, and then you're just like, yeah, these are some of my favorite memories together. I would take so many photos of this girl. She would always have her eyes closed and shit, and just be doing all sorts of other shit, and kind of almost unphotogenic, but it made me laugh, and we had a lot of laughs. And this was on 2 years ago now, and it hurts my heart. This is why I travel. I have to heal my heart. Talk about the magic in your mind. How do you get that magic back? How do you keep your mind in the fucking game? And that's one of the hardest things to do, because again, we all want to play. We want to live in our heads every day. We want to just go into these scenarios where, again, I'm on my phone, can't leave it alone. I don't feel no pain. just distract me. What's the next movie? I don't know. Let me finger fuck my way through Netflix, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even concentrating on the now, the power of the now. Like I said, I had to get up this morning. It's like, what to go what? Back to bed? Life is happening. There's got to be something I can do while I'm alive. There's got to be something I can be a part of for my own personal growth, to let that magic happen. We're almost talking about like the inoculation of our minds. Inoculation is a term that they use for making mushrooms, right? Saints addiction. But it's also a way for us to open up other portals in our minds. When we inoculate ourselves, right, we basically are injecting this magic spores to grow later, Jack and the Beanstalk, right? So something can grow from our minds. If we're growing the worry and we're growing hatred and we're growing anger, for sure your mushrooms will sprout. Both mushrooms are sprouting, for sure. That fungus takes hold and starts doing something. It's real. The energy we have inside of us is real, and it's really real when you concentrate on, you're like, what do I really want to grow here? And I really have found out that the growth, the inoculation part, the first part, if you had the syringe and the warm water and the spores, if anybody knows, has made mushrooms, knows what I'm talking about. The first part of this is gratitude. You start to mix the magic in your mind, starts to come about because you're grateful. That's step one. Once you start fucking getting an attitude of gratitude, all of a sudden you go like, you flip the chemistry in your mind. Everybody's flipping pancakes or talking about chemistry or pair bonding, to get yourself mind right so you can be in a situation to be with someone else, or that you can keep being productive. I'm gonna take a quick breather here. It's that close for all of us, dude, for us to just grab our sanity and to grab our mentality and take our asses to a different place so we stop acting like asses. It's where it's at. It's the reason I travel, dude. I couldn't keep going on arguing about little shit with people, being petty, the infighting, the typical, house hopping home to home. I was doing a lot of that, just going from one spot to the other. And from couch to couch, I'll be going around the world and absorbing other people's energies and being in their vicinity and in their world and the way that they vibrate. The magic in my mind is it's healing me. I'm getting next to friends. It doesn't matter if I'm at Edinburgh, Scotland, or England or Spain. I'm there. The Google memories still come up. I still love that woman. I have nothing but love for that woman. It's the only woman I've ever loved. It's the only woman I've ever wanted to marry. And it's the only woman I ever knocked up that I actually wanted to keep the baby. And for me, it hurts. I'm a human. I've scoured this earth many times to find my human. I thought I found my human. She told me I was her human. And then we killed a human. And my story is not bright. It's not shiny. It's definitely full of anger and sadness and regret and shortcomings. But one of the things I haven't stopped is trying. That's the magic in my mind, is it says, you know what, keep going. Keep going for your morning walks, keep going for travel, keep trying for businesses. Just that alone keeps me away from the destructive things I would be doing. Like I said, my bestie just quit drinking, which is amazing. Getting her to quit drinking was like a miracle of Jesus. But for her to sit there and self-reflect and say, you know what, this dude was making me feel worse about myself. He was sleeping with this other chick, and she's the skinny one, and he drove that home, made sure he beat up her self-esteem to let her know she's the fat piglet that only gets fucked because she buys the beer and the toilet paper. Gotcha. Like she said, he kept driving that point home. And for some people, what's the reason I'm bringing that up? Oh, being with people's energies, you know, and absorbing their energies and letting that drive you can drive you crazy, you know, not letting you be responsible for your own energy and be able to dictate it. They said true knowledge is knowing yourself. You know, knowing yourself is true knowledge, to be able to say, oh, you know what, that is me. I am codependent. I am going to go grab a man and have him abuse me psychology. And then I'm going to bury it with some alcohol along with it. And it's really going to fuck up my attitude. It's going to fuck up my mentality. And it's like, you're so right. You know, it does fuck with you. You know, you might think that you're winning, like being with a bunch of strippers, till they're stealing from you, or they won't leave your house, or all sorts of shit, bro. You know, everybody wants a real hot chick till she's keying your car and fucking slashing your tires. You know, there's crazy bitches out there. Like, how dare you hurt me? I'm a crazy dude. I used to fucking be that way. How dare you? Let me turn it up a bunch of notches. Let me fuck with you. And that's what we end up doing. We fuck with the magic in our minds. You know, we fuck with the chemical balance. We throw alcohol and hard drugs at it, really throw it for a mind whoop, just so our minds can whoop, just so we cannot feel. Like, I went to this comedy thing for Kimmy's birthday, and the whole dude was saying that. He was like, just so you don't feel, right? You know, like, you don't want to feel your emotions. Great place to hide. Hide from yourself. Hide from the fact that you're doing the same patterns, and hiding from the fact that you have magic in your life and mind, and you're hiding from that shit. You're hiding from the possibility of what could happen if you talked to that girl, if you grew the balls to start that business, if you did the thing that you said you wanted to do. Bro, power in that. So much fucking power in that. And that's where I live in. I live in this power of my mind, the magic in your mind. So I make my magic in my mind, and I make myself every time come up with a thing that'll heal me and help my future self, and say, you know, saying, it doesn't take a psychologist to say you're gonna need more time to heal and grieve. And it's been a full year, and you like to think that it was on a schedule, but it's not. Grief does not have a schedule. Some days you're up, some days you're down, straight up, you know, and grief is funny like that. You'll think you're fine, and then this morning you'll pop in the Google Photos, and you're like, man, I really love that woman, you know, and man, I really fucked up something really awesome and perfect in my life. Therefore, I'm not perfect. And I have this business called Saints Addiction. It says no one is perfect, and how imperfect people are. You know, I get judged. Oh, you just got out of jail. You're on my couch. Bro, you next. You're the one with the brother that's got murder. Anybody can fucking be in jail, bro. Actually, in this country, most of us are in jail. It's hard to find somebody that hasn't done some time, or bumped into the law, or had a situation. You know, we all got life situations, and this magic in our minds can be either destructive, you know, let's do shots. That person's burying something. They don't want to feel anything. And for people that are conscious and go, well, do it for your children, or do it for your wallet, like she was saying, you know, spend all your money on shit, and the dude doesn't even love you. So the only reason you're in the house is because you're buying toilet paper and booze. And for everybody else, you're there because you want some attention, you want some sort of companionship, and you're willing to pay for a drinking buddy. And it's almost like when you see about kids and shit. Good morning. When you see about kids and shit, they'll be like, these are my broke ass friends, you know? Like, everybody's got a broke ass friend that just tags along and you end up buying lunch for every fucking time. That's that broke ass friend. You love them to death, but they didn't bring that wallet. They ain't chipped in. Everybody's got the cups, but they ain't chipped in, right? So, you know, your boy Snoop Dogg was correct. You're gonna be people that are gonna come correct. They're gonna be people that match energies, and that shit's rare. And we know it. We know when we're talking to somebody and there's a spark between us. We know if there's sexual tension. We know if it's something that we want to do. What the girls say, oh, every time I think I want to be in a relationship, masturbate. And who's that guy again? You know, we can sedate ourselves. There'll be an instinct in us go, you need to be with someone. You need to have someone rub your feet. You need to have somebody ask you if you're okay. Everybody needs a coach in their life. Everybody needs a mentor, and everybody needs a lover. Like, you can be a very successful human being by having those three things. Let's do it again. A mentor, somebody you can look at their life and try to mimic it, right? That's how children learn. They mimic. And that's something we can do. We can mimic that behavior. We can say, you know what? Yeah, me too, bitch. You know, like, I also want that kind of result. I have a spiritual mentor, I have a business mentor. So many times as your mentors, how about a coach? Somebody that's teaching you a skill set that you don't already have. Mentors can be coaches, but it's a little bit different when you got somebody in your corner specifically coaching you to help you. So it's one of those things where we all have a skill set. We're like, yeah, I really want to learn, I don't know, self-defense. Get yourself a coach. Get you somebody that's up an hour before you to make sure you get up. You know, when those days where you aren't talking to you very well, or you are sabotaging you and you aren't doing the magic in your mind, boom, call up this person. And then a lover, somebody you can confidence with. You know, they always ask, you know, women, what do you bring to the table? You know, I bring trust, I bring love, I bring home. You know, I'll never hear women talk that way, but that's a huge thing. You're gonna have to get a baby, it's gonna be okay. Oh shit, it's almost spring. Almost spring, y'all. Going in the April showers in England. Yes, it's now finally getting warm here, and I'm ditching out at springtime because it's about to be hot. But yeah, you know, one of those things where that's the magic in our minds, you know, being able to get somebody to push us a little bit further, you know, get somebody that keeps us accountable, and then get somebody that we can keep confidence with. Damn, they must have busted someone's window. You know, somebody you can have confidence with, a whole conversation that I trust you, and that I can come to you with my fears, and I can come with you with my dreams, and I can come to you with these ideas, because that's what you need. You need a goddamn cheerleader. It's more than just a coach. It's more than just the mentor. It's somebody that comes to rejuvenate you, right? Somebody that comes and brings that light into your life. You know, we all talk about it so brightly, but we don't want to earn it. We don't want to actually go out into the world and travel to find it, or go get off our asses and phones and go to a place to be social. I talked about it last week. We talked about it last week, but I was serious about it when you, what was it? I just lost my train of thought thinking of all that food that's on the ground. It's crazy. But yeah, it's one of those. This is our lives, and we decide, and there's so much power in our decisions. There's so much power in our choices, and I think a lot of us will just kind of leave it that way. We're going to just be all chill every day, and unfortunately, you know, if we don't get a sense of urgency, something that goes, I don't have any more time to sleep, right? There's no more time to chill. There's no more time to waste. This is my time now. My life is happening right now. I don't know how long I'm gonna live. I kind of have this tick-tock in my heart, you know, and sometimes it stops ticking and you're like, oh my God, I want more time. You know, as soon as the moment that you don't appreciate it, right, is the moment that you really get some appreciation, right? Like, let your life be full of chaos, and then all of a sudden you are in a car accident. You're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm alive, you know? Or, oh my God, that person pulled a gun on me. Or, you know, there's so much of that kind of shit that people can just be challenging their lives to find it and go, oh, you know what? I've been taking advantage of this life, you know? I've just been assuming that it's going to be there for me. Well, I don't make assumptions. That makes an ass out of me. I'm over here doing the walk and the work. You feel me? These legs are the same legs that are going to be in Oslo, same shoes, same jeans, that are going to be in Oslo, Norway in 2 days. And I need to walk around. I need to be ready to get off of a plane in a woozy state and be able to do my morning exercise, but also see a city. I'll be showing off fucking Norway like this. Like, what the fuck? Just as I never thought I'd ever be in Norway. I've already been to Finland. Never thought I'd be in Finland either. We did a day trip to Sweden. Now I'm going to Norway. I've been to all the Scandinavian countries. And then my friends are like, let's take a train trip up to Edinburgh. That's what my cousin said was awesome. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's right there. So there's a lot of right there waiting for us to grab it. It's asking and begging us to put the phone down and take that opportunity to answer the call. And that's what this is, man. This is the call to do magic in your mind, to be able to be spry and ready for adventure instead of repetitive and stuck in the habits. It's just one of those things that, man, I walked all the way up to Hualapai. Holy shit. Yeah, it's just one of those things that if we pay close attention to ourselves, right? We start listening to ourselves, it's whispering somewhere underneath the remote control and underneath the TV schedule and underneath it all, as my girl, what's her name? Not Gwyneth Paltrow. She's a ski accident. That's what's her face, no doubt. Yeah, her. She's on, do you really love me underneath it all? Da-na-na-na-na. 90s music. But anyway, it's the point. It's like underneath it all, what's really on it, And for me, it's not about the money. I'm shutting down the whole business, just letting it be. I'm gonna try to do what I can from overseas, but hopefully puts a couple dollars and Z's in my pocket. But that's it, bro. That's me. I need to heal me. I know me when I wake up in the morning having fantasies or flashbacks of my ex and losing a child. And, it tortures me still every morning for over a year. Every fucking morning. Flashes of her, flashes of my child, flashes of mistakes and what was so awesome and could have been the biggest, brightest touchdown of my life. Something I've been looking forward to all my life has changed. I really thought in this life I would come up with a seventh child and it'd be easy to make children. And all you have to do is just knock them up and all the rest falls into place. And I was wrong. I had to create a safe place for this girl and I couldn't do it. I hate saying couldn't and can't. I just hate saying it. So it's like, maybe it just wasn't enough for her. I did a lot of deep diving here, then just like my father and my attitude and being rude and yelling at a pregnant woman and, Mark getting physical with her too. And just like, dude, what's wrong with you? I felt threatened and so did she. And when she made me feel unsafe, I acted violent and then that made her feel unsafe and she acted in murder. It's what it is, and then I'm on some, how can I love a murderer, like for reals, like how can I love someone that killed the most amazing thing of my life? So, I have to get my magic back in my mind too. We all have things, bills, situations, ex-friends, ex-girlfriends, missed opportunities. The trick is to keep the magic in your mind, like the happy thoughts that used to shake the whole bag of marbles and the pixie dust would make the kids fly. That's what kind of life I'm talking about. The ability to fucking make yourself fly and to be able to take everything, no lie, take every punch. It says, life is hard, it punches hard. And, it's all about getting back up. And that's the thing we got to do. We got to fuck. We got to find a way to fuck. We got to find a way to get back up. We got to find a way to find the gratitude. We got to find it, dude. And that's why I'm up here in this morning doing my morning walks is I go to find it. I don't stop till I find it. Don't stop till you get enough. So it's one of those where this is it. This is our lives. I say ours because it's all happening at a time. Are you in the game? As the other girl goes, try to check a bitch like a smog. Where's your weed club card? Bitch, I own weed club. I got the whole box of them. I got thousands of them. Stop it. Stop trying to check the creator. There's no co-creator. Stop trying to check the creator, bro. I was like, what? You just make sure you just take photos with it. All right, bitch? Anyway, so that's what ended up happening. She ended up being a sassy one. And I'm like, get your sassy ass back to work. It's time for us to stop being sassy and start being sensible. And not even sensible, but sense our abilities. Sensible. There you go. Sense abilities. That's what it is. Sense your abilities. Sense what you can be great at, not just average, not just show up, not just pay bills, not just save, not just buy. I'll leave you with this, and it's no lie. He said the guy, what did he say? 1,000? What did he have? He had 1,000 things, but he only needed one thing. There was some kind of Chinese proverb where the guy was like, the man who has 1,000 things, the man who has nothing but is happy, and then the man that has 1,000 things is not happy, kind of thing. something to that effect. I don't remember the whole quote, but it took me there, touched my heart. Say, I am enough. Yeah, you are enough. And if you do enough, your life will be enough. And it's time that we start making our lives do that for us. Be enough. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Give this to the friend that needs it, you know? So I do this show. There's got to be somebody that needs the magic in their mind and to direct their lives in a different direction just so they can get different results. Ciao.